Rap Circle is finally here. I know everybody been waiting for it, right? And I'm not playing no games. Yeah. Circle of red back and I'm going and leaving tracks in morning. And I don't give a crap whether you streaming, you torrent this. You can try to contest, but you'll be needing an army. Beat them in Normandy. Current rappers eat to the warning. Stone cold like a Steve Austin. He jacking, I'm putting rappers in these coffins. He's acting like he got it, but he's lost it. Keep attacking these slackers that want to feed off me. He's softy. This one for everybody. Supporters to haters just to show that I'm greater. I'm eating steak and potatoes on the way to Decatur. Maybe that's just a little made up, but you got a little ways up before you can even make up all the ground. And the distance between us, I'm lapping around, and that's the reason you've seen us. And you can talk down, but they don't really mean much. Cause you are a clown, let my enemies team up. It still won't be a fair fight, cause I'm very nice. I practice at every night to get on this herd mic. You know I'm alert, right? You know that it ain't nothing to serve, right? And I be killing tracks to the earth like my birthright. I'm solid like sound money, and you fools sound funny. Now one of you clowns want me to pound your face in the dirt, so stop irking me when I'm round. No, it's going down, I'm going to town, holding the crown. I'm saying that I'm so amazing. If I'm Ruben, then you Clay Aiken, but second place gets nothing. So get up at this godforsaken booth. The truth is you sadly mistaken. Proof I'm better than layman. Shoot, I'm Super Saiyan blue. This rap game, what you can't pursue. I'm a blatant root canal like an aching tooth. So now, cause the rap circle is here now. Underestimated my following, gave our dollars to the pre-order column. So what the problem is, say you was dropping it, and then turn around, did the opposite. Line in your pockets, you got a lot of nerve to be opting this. I guess I bit off more than I can chew. Let's not excuse my tardiness, I like to apologize to my audience. Not like I've been partying, promise not being fraudulent. I've been in homestead like a privatizing Rothbardian. Part of a parliament, that's a problem. I plan on abolishing, cause a raucous, I'll best the friggin' product you all are in. And all that talking, I ain't buying what you offering. You bout as intimidating and soft as what your daughter is. You been a faking, yet you still hating. You can't knock me cause I've been through Olympic trials of tribulations. Been on this grind and walked many miles to get this cake, and now I'm going ape like I'm a Saiyan. Quit playing with me, cause I'm a lot to deal with. I don't acknowledge you because you too retarded to understand my skill set. So when I kick this knowledge, it's gonna fly over your heel head. So polish up your mind real fast so I don't feel bad. I went from being broke to being hopeful. From standing on the post to going postal. I'm supposed to be on the poster competition's toast because I'm vocal. A bar for you like I'm Oprah. You should probably get off the sofa or the soapbox. Going at me, I hope not. You attacking with no plot cause you act like a robot. You move when you told to move. You a puppet with a master, I'm the antithesis. That's why I'm opposed to you. I'm the whack rapper, back snapper. Used to be a gat capper, now I'm spitting raps from the Adam's apple. Better back paddle before you get the best at them. That battle's not one you won't back at them. Average guys asking me how I smash these beats. If I told you I'd have to fold you, that's classified. Don't like to brag, but I had to boast, it's a fad of mine. So please don't be sad when the opinions paired with that in mind. I think it's asinine that people whine like a buster because they life don't measure up to another sucker. What type of life might tell Tucker I don't support you? Tactics the way that you battle and they gon' cut the mustard. You seem like you a teen wife, not prepared for this mean life, not even aware you just see a green light. I think you mean right, but you look at me like an alien in the night. If I'm the A, then you the Z type. The proto, it's me, bro. You can try to dress it up when I'm in street clothes, I still peak, so probably one of the few lies I ever told. That's because I don't peak, I just grow. Patient with them, I try to, but you got room temperature IQ. Expecting a lecture from these idiot guys. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Get you out the dark, I'ma spit your fucking no threat to a Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep.
marijuana, and assorted pills. Police also found drug paraphernalia. The bust netted 3 handguns, 2 rifles, and 2 sawed-off shotguns. Police estimate this drug operation took in about $2,000 a day, or $750,000 a year. Those arrested face a variety of charges, including drug possession, conspiracy to distribute drugs, and weapons violations. More arrests are expected. City police are still searching for at least a half dozen more suspects. Joyce?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Canon Hotep back at it again. How's everybody feeling out there today? Hope everybody had a wonderful Sunday. Hope you were relaxing, getting ready for the work week. I mean, I was on the grill chilling. You know, I ain't do a whole lot today. Hit the range, stuff like that. I mean, so anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing started. 1 second. There we go. Also, if you don't know, we are streaming over on Rumble as well. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell somebody. Like this video, like this stream, share the stream out. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. I'm sorry, I was looking at one of the topics. I mean, I really appreciate it. Thanks y'all for stopping through. Thank you so much. Where we at now? My bad, I'm still trying to get everything set up. Let's see what we got in the building tonight. We got Bailey. What's going on, Bailey? Just a heads up, everybody. We're gonna have Bailey on tomorrow at 8:30. We're gonna be discussing in depth the whole Aquaman fiasco we got going on, the whole Aquaman story. We're going to discuss that in depth. So we're going to have Bailey on tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. Make sure y'all swing through, join the conversation. DMW, what's up? James, what's going on? We got Jimmy Doss Hotep in the building. Oh, you built yourself an AR, yo? That's what's up. What brand you use? Palmetto, Aero Precision, what you use? Let me know. Got me a new set of headphones. I'm trying to make sure there we go. All right, cool. I'm sure more people will be coming in. I think Unc wrapping up. So usually when Unc start wrapping up, people start coming in. Yeah, so the intro y'all seen, right? The intro that came on, shout out to Papa Hotep on that. Papa Hotep made that for me. Just a little, he said he called it some fanfare. I was like, yo, I appreciate it. So it's a great jumping off point. So me and him gonna be working together to perfect that intro, but I appreciate you, Papa Hotep. Salute. I mean, Cassius Cam in the building. What up, though? Jimmy Doss is a little Aero Precision. I hear you on the Aero Precision. That's what's up, man. Let me know when you get out there and shoot it, though. Anyway. Yo, so we got some things in the news today. So we're going to talk about, the first topic we're going to talk about is South Carolina bringing back the firing squad. Oh my God. They brought back the firing squad, y'all. Then we're going to talk about just a little bit the Virginia Tech swimmer. She felt like, you know, I guess because of Aquaman, Leah Thomas, she got bumped from the, what was that? She got bumped from the NCAA finals. So Leah Thomas basically stole her place. You know, we're gonna talk about that. And is it over for female sports? Have they gone the way of the dodo, or are they going the way of the dodo? We're gonna talk about that. And then we also gonna talk about Ukraine rejects Russia's demand to surrender Mariupol. So when we was on Unc's channel, there was news that Russia was giving them till 10 o'clock tomorrow to surrender. Looks like Ukraine said nah. So we're gonna see how that go. Jimmy Dawes Hotep 9mm setup. Ooh, 5.5. I hear that. Folding style. Yeah. All right, yeah, definitely. Let's check. So check it out, right? This is my 9mm right here. This is my little 9mm AR right here. My camera right there. There we go. So I don't have a folding stock on it or the folding pistol brace. I got a 4.5-inch barrel. This is an Aero Precision build. Got a Bushnell optic on it. I used to have a SIG optic on this one, but put the SIG optic on my Chris Vector. But I got a Bushnell optic. It's still a pretty good optic. It take Glock magazines. 9mm. Shit fun, bro. There we go. Let me see. Lucas Storm, what's up? Lucas Storm in the building. So I said, if you're new, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It lets you know when I got new content up. Everybody share this stream out. Let's get some more people in here. Make sure I hit them likes. All right. So the first story on the list. South Carolina brings back firing squad executions. All right. So South Carolina has given the green light for condemned prisoners in the state to be executed by firing squad. Final approval came Friday after the State Department of Corrections said renovations have been completed on a new death row chamber where the executions can take place in the state capital. Wow, that's crazy. In the state capital of Columbia. The electric chair is the state's primary method of execution, but a May 2021 law now allows prisoners to choose to die by lethal injection, firing squad, the state said in a press release. The new chamber, which costs $53,600 to build, consists of a metal chair with restraints that faces a wall. The wall has a rectangular opening where 3 shooters, Jesus, can carry out the sentence. Witnesses can watch the action behind bulletproof glass. Inmates will receive a hood and be allowed to make final statement. Oklahoma, Mississippi, and Utah also allow death by firing squad. Only 3 prisoners in the United States have been executed using this method since 1976, all in Utah, according to the Death Penalty Information Center. Damn, that shit like some medieval shit, don't it? Okay. So I guess that's the electric chair. Okay. South Carolina last executed a prisoner in 2011 and currently has 35 inmates on death row. Woo. So South Carolina bringing back the firing squad. God damn. So what y'all think about that? What y'all thinking about that? DMW, yo, WF partner. This is insane. We the people are fucked. Yo, what y'all think about this, yo? So South Carolina brings back the death penalty. Woo. I don't know what to think about that, for real. I don't know what to think about that. You know what I mean? I mean, on one hand, if you did some shit so fucked up that you get the death penalty, you know what I mean? Then, I mean, hey, you get what you get. However, they're saying that they get the choice, right? So they're saying they get the choice. They get the choice of lethal injection, the electric chair, or to get shot in the face by some niggas. You know what I mean? That's hey, you know. Now I heard something different, so I'm gonna play this video, and these guys are saying that they ran out of they ran out of a solution or whatever it is for the injections, and that's why they have the chair. So I mean, or the firing squad. So let's go over and check this out. So what's this? Isaiah Factor Uncensored.
Carolina lawmakers have passed a bill to allow inmates on death row to be executed by firing squad in the absence of lethal injection drugs. When signed into law, it will make South Carolina the fourth state in the country to offer the option as a method of capital punishment. Joining us here on The Factor Uncensored to talk about this story is Anthony Graves, a man who was freed from prison for a crime he did not commit. Albert Reed, a man who received help from Kim Kardashian in his effort to be released from prison and a life sentence in the federal detention center. Dominique Leonard, a man who specializes in helping inmates realize freedom through parole, and our resident conservative, hey, Justin Laurie. So, Justin, when you hear this legislation out of South Carolina, a firing squad, to execute people, your thoughts?
We're not really changing the law in South Carolina about whether death penalties can happen or not happen. What they're merely saying is that we've run out of the what's called the chemical. The manufacturers no longer produce it. So they're still going to continue their rules with the death penalty. Whether you like the death penalty or not, they're just not adjusting whether that is part of the punishments that are available. They're just moving it to what actually statistically is a more reliable method of execution. 7% of the death by injection ends up having significant problems, painful problems.
All right.
I mean, I would argue that taking a bullet to the chest might be a painful problem too. You know what I mean? Like imagine, right? Imagine like 3 dudes. I don't know how many shots they going. I guess I don't know. Do they shoot you until you're not moving no more? Like you know, or they, each one take 2 shots? But regardless, like. Let's just say whatever it is, they shoot you and you still living. You know, then what? Like they gotta just keep shooting you till you dead, I'm assuming. You know what I mean?
Albert Reed, let's hear from you. Firing squad.
It's brutal. It's brutal because again, they hit somebody, then what if they don't die? It has the same effect as in the lethal injection drug they've been going through where people are supposed to die and then you have difficulties, complications with the process. So again, like I said, the death penalty for me is like, I understand that people need to have some type of justice served on them in proportion with their loss. But again, I'm just not a believer in a death penalty like that.
Anthony Graves, abolitionist, your thoughts about this procedure? Is it inhumane to use a firing squad to execute inmates?
Yeah, man, come on, it's definitely inhumane. It's why we moved away from it, because it's inhumane. I mean, we're in the 21st century now, not the 18th, not the 17th, but the 21st century. And you have now over 160-some people who was once on death row, who's been proven innocent and have walked off.
Now my question, right? So you said you got 160-some people that was on death row that were, found innocent. You know what I mean? So are they the exception? I'm assuming they're the exception and not the rule, right? And I get what he's saying. Like we got, there's other ways, I guess, of doing it, but the exceptions aside, the people who were found innocent once they were convicted, put those people aside. The real people who on death row that deserve to be on death row. I'm assuming to get on death row you have to do some inhumane shit. I mean, do they get the courtesy of being executed humanely? If they did some inhumane shit, or is the death penalty wrong all the way around? You know what I mean? Like, you'll have some people on one hand say the death penalty is inhumane, but it's cool with somebody getting some street justice, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. It's interesting to me. I digress.
Off of this. Those people are now going to be in harm's way of a firing squad. I mean, if you're going to do...
But I mean, all right, so he's saying that those people that are on death row that could possibly be innocent are now in the harm's way of a firing squad. They was in harm's way of the fucking lethal injection too, or the electric chair. You know what I mean? Like, they were always in, you know, they're on death row, so they have a date to die. You know, whether they're, you know, guilty or innocent, they have a date to die. So it's like they're in trouble, period. You know what I mean? So whether it's lethal injection, electric chair, or a bullet, you know, they're gonna catch one of them. So it's like, I guess it's dealer's choice, right? No, it's not dealer's choice. It's the player's choice, right? So they get to choose what they, well, according to the article from the New York Post, they get to choose. According to the dude on this thing, they ran out of fucking lethal injection medicine, or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? I don't know. BMW shit got me dumbfounded. Yeah, I feel you, bro. On Berrigan, can't trust the government to come to me and justify killing someone, not trusting them. Hey, I feel you. Facts, DMW. There's still a lot of innocent people on death row. You know what I mean? You know, that's the innocent part. I mean, you know, I'm assuming they know because these people got appeals in. But I don't know, man. This shit is crazy. So, I mean, they took that shit back to the Wild West, didn't they? Fucking firing squad. Shit. Thought they only did shit like that in like third world countries. I mean, who the fuck? So my question though, who the fuck do you find to pull the trigger, yo? You got to be some type of like a sociopath or something. You got to have some kind of something wrong with you to pull that trigger, right? I mean, look, I carry guns, and my last thing is I want to do is shoot somebody. You feel me? So like, who do you get to pull that trigger on the firing squad? You know what I mean? That's the thing. I mean, but I mean, I guess that goes for any of the I guess that goes for any of the methods they use. Like, no matter what you're doing, whether you're doing something violent, as violent as shooting them shooting them down, or you doing something subtle like giving them the forever sleep medicine, is what I called on Uncle Hotep show, or you hit them with the electric chair. Whoever's pulling the switch or pushing the needle or pulling the trigger, you know what I mean? You gotta live with that shit. Like, who the fuck do you get for that? Like what is the job description for somebody, like for somebody to do that? Like, you know what I mean? That's the interesting thing. I couldn't take that fucking job. You feel me? March next Manhunter, what's the deal? One, because the only thing that comes to mind to justify it for me is the P word. Hey, yeah, the fucking P words. I just say you cane them niggas to death. Fuck the shooting too quick. Give me some canes. Cane these niggas. Stomp them out. Remember on Don't Be a Menace in South Central when they stomped that dude in the middle of the goddamn street? Stomped him to death. You know what I mean? Jimmy Doss Hotep, tons of innocent people railroaded by government for many reasons. That is true. That is true. You know what I mean? You know, we all know that, you know, our justice system isn't the best. You know, so, you know, when given that, where you got 166 people, I guess now looking at it in retrospect, when you look at, you got 166 people on death row right now who could very well be innocent, that got appeals and shit like that out, right? And I get it. There's some people that deserve to die. I'm sorry. Some people say nobody deserves it. I know there's some motherfuckers out here that deserve to die. You feel me? That being said, I don't know. I guess when the justice system ain't working like it should, I mean, maybe the death penalty a little too much. You know, that's just my opinion on it. I don't know how to feel about this. You know, I guess if I was in jail and I knew I was innocent and they had me on death row, you know, I'd be like, yo, just give me life. Like, you know, I don't know. That's interesting. But anyway, let's hear what some more what they got to say.
Firing squad. Hell, let's go back to lynching. Let's go back to hanging, because that's what you're doing. You know, we moved away from this because we've developed and we've evolved as a human being, as human beings in society. We are not about murdering people on a firing squad. If that's what you want to do, then put it on TV. Let us see it. Let the public see it, so that you can see the outrage of having a firing squad.
But would there really be outrage about the firing squad for certain people? Let's just say Derek Chauvin. They sentenced him to death by firing squad. You think there'd be some outrage about that? Do you think people really be fucking rooting for that? You know, they be buying fucking pay-per-view tickets and shit for that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I agree. That's some primitive shit. Like, there's other faster, more efficient ways to kill people. You know what I mean? Or self forever sleep, I guess we should call it. Or forever sleep them, or whatever you want to call it. Turn the lights out. You know what I mean? You know, there's no doubt that there are people on death row that they deserve to be there. They deserve to die. Some of them probably deserve to die just as violently as they got there. You know, but, you know, I don't know. I guess there's no real, there's always going to be, there's no right answer here. You know, there's always going to be people that's for it, and there's always going to be people against it, you know? So imagine if let's just say the collapse of civilization happened, right? Wake up tomorrow, Putin done fucking hit an EMP and we wake up with the lights out, right? And there's just fucking chaos. There's people running around, stealing stuff, marauding, shit like that. You know, and let's just say like you get some kind of order, and let's just say you got a neighborhood or whatever. Y'all come together to form a little community, a little government, whatever you want to call it, little colony, and you got people that come in there trying to steal from you and you catch them. You know what I mean? What do you do with them? You know, they're violent. They try to take it by force or whatever. You know, you ain't got no electric chair. You ain't got no fucking lethal injection medicines. You know, is there penalty death? Do you shoot them? You know what I mean? You know, I don't know. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, the lights went out today. You needed to establish law I guess wherever you are. You know, you take the extreme like this right here, where you take somebody out, or what do? You know. Anyway, but I digress on that. If you're new, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon to let you know when I got new content. Please share this video out, people.
To kill a human being who could possibly be innocent.
Dominique?
Well, so I look at it like this. When you have 18 times more percent of black males already on death row than any other population, more so in South Carolina. And so now you're saying, hey, you know what? If you can't kill him on the street, let's kill him this way and let's make it legal now.
He way the fuck off base. I'm sorry. Like, he just, there's your race angle on. A1, there's your race angle right here. Let's hear this brother out. Let me hear him out. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back. Let's see what the fuck he's saying.
So I look at it like this. When you have 18 times more percent of black males already on death row than any other population, more so in South Carolina. And so now you're saying, hey, you know what? If you can't kill him on the street, let's kill him this way and let's make it legal now. And to add a firing squad. Now, as the prophet said, you know, the death penalty is not new. You know, it's already been here. It's here already. But now, if the people who make the lethal injection, if they already pulled back and say, hey, you know what, we're not making this drug no more because we want to be out of this, we don't be attached to this no more. But now, you know what, let's go a little bit higher now, and let's say, you know what, let's add a firing squad to this thing now, and now let's give them this kind of choice. I don't think it's right. It's not right whatsoever. And on top of that, again, I have my notes right here. Half the inmates on death row are black. So then, what if we're talking about now a different race, where we have this kind of conversation of a firing squad? It's my opinion.
Justin, go ahead.
A couple thoughts on this. One, we're not really arguing the legality.
So he immediately brought race into it. He looked like he couldn't wait to bring race into it. Like, you can't, like, how? Like, how do you make the, like, so now you're saying that it's racist to have a firing squad. I would just say it was inhumane. Like, it was one point where these other brothers said it's inhumane and it's barbaric to have a firing squad. You know what I mean? I guess the same could be said for the fucking electric chair. I would seem that'd be inhumane and barbaric as well. But I mean, killing anybody is inhumane, I would assume. I don't know when they made, I guess, even saying lethal injection is fucking humane. Like, think about that. Like, is that humane? I was like, let's kill him, but let's kill him softly. You know what I mean? Like, it's not violent, you know. I guess they're trying to say it's more tasteful ways to do it, but killing somebody is killing somebody. Whether I fucking stab you up or I fucking smother you in your sleep, I killed you. You know, there's like, it's I don't know.
Reality or necessarily should we have a death penalty? But we're really talking about is method here. And in South Carolina, along with many other states, the inmate, the convicted person, has a choice whether it should be the electric chair or the firing squad. And I will tell you, just statistically speaking, the firing squad is much less barbaric than both the lethal injection and the electric chair.
And here are some of the other states: Mississippi, Oklahoma, and Utah all have firing squads as an option for execution. Just mind-blowing. Gentlemen, we want to thank you for...
All right, so like this guy just said at the end, fuck it, there you go. That's actually a decent answer. So instead of picking it for them, let them pick. All right, yo, look, you on death row, right? You scheduled to die April 1st of 2028. How you trying to go out? You want a cigarette in the mouth and have 3 niggas shoot you? Or you want me to put a needle in your arm, or you want to die with some current? 200,000 watts and 40 amps. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, if they like, fuck it, yeah. If they gonna die, give them the choice about it. You know, my body, my choice. I'm sorry, that was in bad taste, but you know what I'm saying. Fuck it, yeah. If you're on death row, if you're gonna have those options, fuck it. Let them choose how they die. There you go. Hey, look, you got these 3 options. You can't die from old age. Which one you want? So there you go. That's how you get around that. Yeah, we got the firing squad, but we also got these 2 other options, and the inmate gets to choose. There you go. It's like your grandmother telling you go outside and get a switch off the tree. Oh man, but I digress. March next manhunter. They did that in Saudi Arabia and Egypt. Crazy because the government complains about their executions as being human rights abuses just to adopt those same methods. There you go. South Carolina, 37 death row inmates, 19 black, 17 white, 1 Latino. Hey, my man DMW with the stats. So like I said, I guess the conclusion I come to is like, all right, you gave him 3 options. Which one do you want to die by, bro? Simple as that. They not choosing it for him. You know, if the state was choosing it for him, then they'd be like, damn, it's fucked up. They choosing it. You know, pick your poison. Pardon the pun. You know. But anyway, I digress. And Godspeed to the ones that's on death row that ain't supposed to be there. You know, hope they appeals. You know, hope their appeals go through. Hope they be able to prove their innocence. You know, that's another thing that's fucked up. It's like the same. Sometimes the same lack of evidence that got you locked up in the first place will be the same lack of evidence that you need. The same lack of evidence that you know that you need to get you off. You know, that's the sad part. But damn, South Carolina. Anyway, if you're new, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon to let you know when I got new content coming through. If you ain't seen my content, go on back and check it out. Everybody share this video out. Help me beat this algorithm. I appreciate you. So, you know what I forgot to do, people? Today's Canon Speak is brought to you by let's turn some lights on for this shit. There we go. Let's turn it up a little bit. Today's Canon Speaks is brought to you by My Glock 43X. Glock 43X. This is my carry gun. This is what I carry on a daily basis. Nothing in it, nothing in the gun. Gun safe. All right. Glock 43X, right? This is one of the best carry guns I've ever carried. Period. Full stop. I love this gun, especially in the summertime. So this is from Glock Slimline, right? So on the front, I got a Streamlight TLR 6. So this is made specifically for like the Glock 43X and the Glock 48. This one has a light on it, and it also has a laser. So let me see if I can get the laser to come on. So there you go. So I got a laser on it. Also got a light. Like I said, you want a light, I recommend everybody put a light on there in all their guns. You gotta be able to identify that threat in low light. Also have night sights on it. So these are Tritium night sights from where did I get these from? Ameriglow. These are Ameriglow Tritium night sights. Trigger is nice and crisp. There's the reset right there. A little bit of take up. There's the wall. Boom. You hear that? It is no mistake in the Glock in the reset in the trigger pull. Again, that's the reset. A little bit of take up. Nice crisp break. I recommend this gun for anybody, especially, you know, you women out there who want to start carrying your gun. Glock 43X. One of the best guns. And I got some big hands, right? So the reason why I like the 43X, because look at this. I can get a good purchase on the gun. So I used to carry a Glock 26, and like these two fingers used to always be off. I just have to try to figure out, have a pinky extension and all that other stuff. Now, like with this gun, I don't have to do that. I can get a good purchase on the gun, and I can do what I need to do. Get a good purchase on that gun, and I can still do what I need to do with this gun. You know. So the standard magazine is a 10-round magazine. I do have the Shield Arms 15-round magazine. That thing fires flawlessly. You know, salute the Shield Arms for coming out and figuring out how to put 15 rounds in this little gun. Being able to put 15 rounds in this little gun is what made me buy this gun and stop carrying my Glock 19. But I can put, like, my Glock 19 only fit 15 rounds. You know, this one can fit 15 rounds in this little gun, thanks to Shield Arms. Like I said, guys, Glock 43X. If you're looking for a carry gun, this is a good option. YouTube. That was not a paid sponsor. I paid for that gun with my own money. So leave me alone. Jimmy Doss Hotep. Put that S15. Yeah, I got the S15, bro. Got that. You already know I got that. You know what I mean? Let's move into this next story. So we all know about Aquaman. You know what I mean? You know. Oh, hold on, James. You need that, man. Yo, yeah, grab you one, yo. That thing, I ain't gonna lie though. It's an expensive magazine. It's like $40 or $50, but it run. It run. I put some rounds through mine, and that thing run. I didn't have not one jam. I had not one stovepipe, not one misfeed, not nothing. I'll check it out. And they got mag extensions for it as well. I forgot how many rounds with the mag extension. I think it's like damn near close to 20 or something crazy. You know. But yeah. Anyway, so we go into the story. So everybody heard about Aquaman. Leah Thomas. So Leah Thomas ended up winning like #1 at the NCAA championships, whatever it was. And there's outrage all over the place. Right? And rightfully so. What up, Emmanuel Presley? Welcome. So you got a lot of NCAA athletes. They're upset. You know, they're pissed. They're like, yo, we work hard only to be dominated by some guy in our own sport. You know what I mean? And it's sad. You know, let's go over here to this. From the Daily Mail. Is the woke wall of silence finally beginning to crumble? Swimmer says Leah Thomas stole her place in NCAA finals and blasts athletics body for letting controversial transgender sportswomen compete. Virginia Tech swimmer Reka Georgi, I guess that's how you say her name, wrote a letter to the NCAA criticizing its rules that allow UPenn transgender athlete Leah Thomas to compete. Georgi argued letting Thomas compete against women was disrespectful to biologically female swimmers. The 50-year senior alleged that her spot in the NCAA 500-yard freestyle finals was stolen from her because Thomas was permitted to compete in the division. She was called on the Sports Authority to review its policies and she has called on the Sports Authority to review its policies and open their eyes to change these rules in the future. Georgi's letter was made public just days after the National Women's Law Center was blasted for dismissing critics of Thomas as misogynist. Really? They called the critics of Aquaman misogynist. You can't make this shit up, people. I swear, you can't make this shit up. Your DMW. I want women equality, then you let a dude transform and dominate women's sports makes no damn sense. Facts. But you know what happened? They did that shit and they was like,
what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Virginia Tech swimmer bumped out of the NCAA finals by transgender swimmer Leah Thomas claims her spot was stolen and has publicly blasted the Collegiate Sports Authority for letting the controversial athlete compete in the women's sports division. All right. So get it. We get it, right? This story's been happening. You had the two trans athletes. You know, I got to use all this jargon so I don't get kicked the fuck off of YouTube. So the two trans athletes, remember the young boy or the young trans athletes that was running track that smoked all them girls' boots? They came in first and second, and them girls have been working hard. You know what I mean? And they had it taken from under them from two biological males that changed their gender to a woman. Or let's go to to the Olympics where they New Zealand had their trans female Olympic weightlifter who competed in Olympic weightlifting. Meanwhile, they wouldn't let Shorty, what's her name? I forgot her name. They wouldn't let Shorty run track because she smoked some weed. You know. It's not the only story. You got Fallon Fox. Remember Fallon Fox? UFC. She was fighting a biological female and broke her orbital bone. That was brutal to watch. You know what I mean? Like, the question is women's sports done? Have they gone the way of the dodo? Are women in general going the way of the dodo? That's the real question. You know what I mean? DMW, they voted for that shit though. Facts. Sauce the Prophet. Damn, what? Yeah, yo. That's what's going down in these streets, bro. 89, what's up? Salute. Emmanuel Presley, Leah pulled a Lori Lightfoot. She said, my D bigger than everyone in this pool. Come on, yo. Sauce the Prophet, was good, Cannon. I didn't get the notification. Yeah, YouTube be doing that. Anyway, I'm gonna be petty. This just shows men better than women. Come on, yo. BMW, yeah, if they keep it up, it's done. Like, we hear stories about this all the time, man. This is what's going down. You know what I mean? Like, they've been slowly but surely trying to normalize this stuff. You go from the movie Joanna Man, you know, white chicks, shit like that, Medea movies. Like, these things are like they slowly put it into your psyche and your subconscious, man, until they just made this shit and they just normalized this shit. You feel me? And the thing is that you don't have any feminists. Like I say, you're not going to say you don't have any feminists, because you got some women that now they're trying to call them trans exclusionary or whatever the fuck that is. Like no, that's not trans. Like a feminist is a feminist. If they're trans exclusionary, it's because they're true. Like I feel like the trans exclusionary feminists are the true feminists. Period. You know, like think about it, right? Like I just said, in this thing, where to say it at? Look at this. National Women's Law Center was blasted for dismissing critics of Thomas as misogynists. As misogynists, yo. So now they're misogyny. Last I checked, misogyny was directed toward women. You know what I mean? Not, you know, that's the thing. It's like this mental gymnastics is just sad. You feel me? You know. Oh, we got a message from Rumble. That's what's up. Mudicus. Can't stay, keep getting it. I appreciate you, Mudicus. You know, salute to everybody over on Rumble watching. I appreciate you. You know, follow me over on Rumble if you haven't. But yeah, these movies, right? Jamon remembers a documentary. Times Woman of the Year is the next dude. Hey, didn't Caitlyn Jenner win Woman of the Year, some shit like that for like somebody? Was it sport? I don't forgot what it was, Sports Illustrated or something like that. Like that's already happening, right? So like you got all these women that rooted for it now. Like you're being replaced, ladies. You're being replaced. You know what I mean? Now women can have babies. Women can have, you know, men can have babies and periods. You know. And women can get men pregnant or whatever the fuck you want to. Like it's just the mental gymnastics is just fucking Olympic level. You know, like this is the shit that, you know, dystopian movies are made of. Feel me? And I feel bad for these young girls. They work their entire lives to get to this place, to get to this podium, to get to this platform, to get to this pinnacle, right? I'm sure this girl, Reka, however you pronounce her name, she probably been swimming her whole life. She been working toward that moment. She's in her 5th year of college with me. She probably was redshirted, whatever they do for swimming, you know, in her freshman year, and she been working to get there, and she wanted to go to the NCAA finals. That was her goal in life, and that shit got snatched by a nigga, by a Dirk Nowitzki looking motherfucker. Like, yeah, I guarantee she is pissed. You know, and I'm sure she being demonized by, you know, all these crazies out here that think this shit is normal. Because it's not. It's not at all. Like, nobody finds a coincidence that he was 462nd place overall, and then he transforms into a woman, and now he's #1 in the nation. Ain't nobody thinking about that. You know what I mean? This shit's sad, man. Sauce the Prophet. On a serious note, though, I hate that they are trying to normalize this BS. Just want to see our wonderful women excel. Yeah, and stuff like this just sets them back. That's facts. Did you ever watch the Dr. Phil segment with the two? No, I didn't see that. I'm convinced that most of them are mentally ill. I mean, if you go back to the science books back in like the 80s and shit like that, they considered it a body brain disconnect. You know, they did classify it as quote unquote, you know, a mental disorder. You know. Caitlyn Jenner, Glamour magazine, Woman of the Year. Shit's crazy. But the funny part, right, is even Caitlyn Jenner's coming out. Even Caitlyn Jenner's coming out like, hey, yo, that shit's wrong. You know what I mean? I remember there was a power lifter that like a few years back. I used to watch this, listen to this podcast called Mark Bell's Powercast, right? Mark Bell's a famous power lifter. He's on YouTube, big YouTuber, stuff like that, right? There's a guy named Chris, or a lady now, I guess, named Chris Crock, right? Power lifter, strong motherfucker. Used to be a Marine, used to be Secret Service and all this other shit. Decided he wanted to be a girl, right? But even he said, even though he was transitioning to a woman, he would never stop competing against guys. You know, now you got Caitlyn Jenner saying that this shit is just straight wrong. Caitlyn Jenner's like, yo, no, men need to, you know, biological men need to compete against biological men, period. You know, and that's the funny part, is that you got these, you know, trans athletes, quote unquote, still like some trans athletes like, yo, no, it's not fair. You know what I mean? It's just, but it's not though, you know, no matter what you do, right? Let's just say I wanted to change my name to Candy or some shit like that, and I want to fucking go into boxing or whatever. I can't get rid of my fucking fast twitch muscle fibers that I got over women. I can't get rid of my muscle mass. I can't get rid of, you know, the natural strength and testosterone boost advantage that I have over women. No matter what I try, even if I take hormones for like 3-4 years, right? I still got more testosterone in my body than the average woman. You know, like, you know, they always saying trust the science. Fucking trust the science. You know what I mean? Now me, I'm like, if you want to make your own, if you want to make a fucking another class in those sports, you have, you know, men's sports, women's sports, and trans sports or whatever, then go for that. You know what I mean? Now y'all can compete to see who's the best of the worst. You know what I mean? Who's the fucking best of the worst? You can do that, you know. But this whole shit where, you know, I can't cut it as a man in the man sport. Let me fucking put a wig on and change my shit over and then go here and wreck shop in the women's sport. That shit is just fucked up. Because come on now, we really gonna sit here and pretend that that's not the case in some of these cases? You really gonna sit here and pretend that shit? Come on. Nobody's crazy. Or nobody's stupid. You know what I mean? There we got going here. Mayor President, I think it's a mix of mental illness and the elite grifters. Yeah, that's what I just say. Yep. Facts. Sauce Profit, lost brain cells watching this shit. What are you talking about? Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Manuel Presley. Fallon Fox served in the military as a man and fathered 2 kids. Lee is ranked 460 plus women against all the, yeah, right. But you know it's sad. But check it, right? I'm gonna save this topic for tomorrow's discussion. Like I said, we're gonna have Bailey on. She's up and coming. We're gonna have Bailey on to discuss this topic more in depth. So y'all tune in tomorrow, 8:30. It's gonna be a fire conversation, period. So, our final topic for the night, right? Let me see something. Our final topic for the night is Russia put some demands on Ukraine, right? Russia put demands on Ukraine. Russia said, y'all need to give up and surrender in Mariupol in exchange for safe passage. Basically, he like, yo, y'all give up tomorrow about 10 o'clock. We're going to let y'all out of the region safely, right? I'm going to check it out, man. I appreciate it. You know, he like, we're going to let you out safely. But apparently, Zelensky turned it down. Wonder why. My other question is, who's pulling his strings? You feel me? Let me see. I don't see nothing in the manual. I don't see it. I don't see anything. Unless you send it to somebody else. Somebody just be caught in the middle of the thing. Anyway, Ukraine rejects Russia's demand to surrender Mariupol in exchange for safe passage. Zelensky seeks help from Israel. Live updates. So this is my question, right? So he's seeking help from Israel, right? But didn't Israel basically they told like the prime minister of Israel said, "Hey yo, your best bet is to surrender." He said this shit like a couple of weeks ago. I just did. Matter of fact, a live stream I had a couple of weeks ago. I read the story. The prime minister of Israel said, "Hey yo, you just give up." That's basically what he told him. You know what I mean? But he's still seeking help from Israel. This puppet master's not gonna let him accept. I feel you. Ukraine has rejected a Russian offer to allow 2 safe corridors out of the besieged city of Mariupol in exchange for Ukrainian fighters to lay down their arms. The Russian news agency TASS reported the offer citing Colonial General Mikhail Mizintsev, whatever, head of the Russian National Defense Control Center, and said residents of the southern port city were given until 5 a.m. Monday. 5 a.m. Monday. So I think 5 a.m. Monday is like 10 a.m. our time. To respond. Mizintsev didn't have to wait long for an answer. Ukraine Deputy Prime Minister Yerna, whatever, I can't pronounce these names. The Deputy Prime Minister rejected the idea outright. There can be no talk of any surrender, lying down of arms. We have already informed the Russian side about this. She told the news outlets Ukrainian Pravda. She told the news outlet Ukrainian Pravda. Is that what they call it? Ukrainian Pravda. Okay. I wrote, instead of wasting time on 8 pages of letters, just open the corridor. The pounding of Mariupol intensified Sunday, and the top U.S. Official expressed concern about the prospect of Russian organized concentration and prisoner camps as Russia's bloody assault on the Ukraine waded deeper into this 4th week. All right, so Russia was like, look, just give it up and just put your guns down. Nobody else is being hurt. They saying, no, fuck that. We ain't surrendering, right? But the thing is, you know, we constantly see videos of Zelensky, despite what the West is telling us, of him begging for help, asking for help. We need your help. He constantly coming after the United States for not jumping in. You know, he's constantly coming after NATO for not, NATO nations for not jumping in and helping. You know, because truth be told, I think they bitched up. I think they scared. I think they scared to see what Putin really got in store. You know what I mean? I honestly don't think we should jump in any fucking way. But I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say most of these nations is shook. They don't want to see what old Putin got ready for them. Straight up. That's just my opinion on that. You know what I mean? But anyway, so, then you had a couple of weeks ago, the Prime Minister of Israel gave him advice to say, yo, just give up, yo. Just give up. You can't do nothing with him. He's gonna overrun you and it's over. Which begs the question. You had the West keep saying that, Ukraine, they're doing great. They're doing great. They're holding them off and blah, 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 blah. By the way, have you guys noticed that we haven't seen any type of like camera phone footage or any shit like that popping up? Makes you wonder, right? And I will argue like Reaction PR did on Unc's thing. I'm like, yo, Putin just being methodical. He being methodical. He doing what he need to do. He getting all his ducks and pawns in a row and all this other shit. Like Unc always say, it's chess, not checkers. You know what I mean? In 2 weeks, he did what he wanted to do. That's a big fucking country. So what you got to understand is that the Ukraine is the biggest country in Europe other than Russia. And for him to take all that shit in those couple of weeks, right? You know, that's pretty fucking fast. He probably could have argued, he probably could have did it faster. You know what I mean? But he wanted to be methodical about it. I think he was trying to, like what he's doing now, I think he was trying to, what's the word? Preserve life as much as possible. He wasn't trying to go in that bitch carpet bombing and scorch earth in place, you know? But, I don't know what's going to happen over there. Like I said, I mean, Zelensky posturing like he's tough, but I don't think he's ready for that smoke. I don't think he's ready for that smoke. And I think he knows that if he gets caught or if they take the country, his goose is cooked. Period. You know, he's seeking help from Israel, and Israel already told him to give up. The United States already like, yo, we're going to give you a couple of dollars, but we ain't jumping in. You know what I mean? Basically, nobody's coming to their aid. Period. You know? Which I guess, you know, I don't know how to look at it. Like I said, I still look at it as a civil war. I think everybody need to stay out and let them motherfuckers resolve it. May the best team win. You know? Emmanuel Presley, I bet you Biden got a hand. I bet you Biden got a hand and a foot in it. he dipping his big toe in there, but I think he too scared. I think he too shook to do something about it. DMW, is Israel support if Israel supports Azov, it is officially over. Martian X Manhunter, a billionaire by the name of Igor Kolomazovsky. He wanted Jabari people. But he also owned the media company that produced the show that Zelensky played president on. Igor is currently in Switzerland. The more you know. Putin got that real dark runner. Mario Presley, Coach Red Pill said that Kiev has been surrounded and that the main fight, what's that? That the main Ukraine fighting force has been cut off. Is that right? Wow. It's been over a few days. Okay. I mean, Azov. He said Azov was cut off. Okay. Same shit. You know what I mean? The main Ukrainian fighting force is, you know, in my opinion, is Azov. He took Ukraine in 2 weeks. I'm not sure what people are talking about. This is the fastest siege in history. Hey, facts. Media really trying to make it seem like Russia not moving efficiently. They moving super efficient, yo. Super efficient. I think a lack of intervention was decided long ago, probably delayed by the Trump presidency, just because he was not an insider. I always wonder what Obama was flexible on after his election. Ooh. I might hit you with one of these. Oh, I ain't got it no more? Damn. But yeah. Ah, man. That's crazy. So I guess one piece of the USSR about to be put back together, huh? What it sound like to me. Zelensky should have knew his days were numbered. He should have knew his days were numbered. You know what I mean? People got to understand, right? All this time, all the way through the 1900s, right? Russia and the Ukraine have been like fucking sister countries, right? You know, helping each other out. 1954, I think it was. Russia gifted Crimea to the Ukraine, you know, in solidarity, which didn't mean shit because Ukraine was still a part of the Soviet Union, right? You know, fast forward to the 90s, Soviet Union falls, but Ukraine and Russia still fucking like this. You feel me? All the way up until what, 2013. You know, they get the Russian-backed president out of the Ukraine and then install the West-backed president, which is Zelensky. Then they have a what's it called? They have a vote in Russia or in Crimea And Crimea voted to be a part of Russia, which they considered the annexation of Crimea, right? Which means that they was like, yo, we think we're Russian. We want to be Russians. Period. You know? The West didn't like that. That's what there was. Fast forward now. It's time for Ukraine to become a part of NATO. Putin like, no, fuck that. Y'all not gonna back me into a corner like that. Yo, stay neutral. But Zelensky, that's his job all along. That was his job all along. Eventually, he was going to have to join NATO. And Putin, like, all right, be stupid if you want to. And now Putin, like, I guess he feel like the only way he can stop Ukraine from joining NATO is to fucking take Ukraine. And here we are. Here we are. Go figure, right? I don't know what's going to happen over there. I just think things are going to get worse before it gets better. That's just my opinion. You know, Prince Revolver, what's the deal, man? You know, shit getting wild, man. Shit getting real wild over there. That's all I can say. You know, Putin, I think he really think he killing Nazis. I think that the reason why he was moving as slow as he was moving is because, like I said, he was trying to preserve life. He wasn't trying to go over there and just kill a bunch of people and take a country. I think he really genuinely was caring for those people's lives over there, and he did what he had to do. I mean, of course, you got the collateral damage that happens, you know, but think about it, right? This shit, they ain't just fucking slinging rockets over that bitch, just fucking lighting everything up. Like I said, he's being real methodical about it. He's being real methodical about it. He moving like he on the chessboard. Remember that game Risk? I keep bringing that up. If y'all ain't never played it, it's a game called Risk. That's what this is. He's moving like it's a fucking chessboard. And now he's in the position that he wants to be in. And now it's get down or lay down. Like I said on Unc channel, I'm like, he like, yo, either y'all like lay y'all guns down by 5 a.m. on Monday. I'm gonna hit y'all with that Ivan Drago. And Rocky ain't coming from the West to save you. You know? We'll see what happens. We're gonna see what happens at 5 a.m. I don't know what time it is in Ukraine. What time is it in Ukraine? Let's find out. Oh shit. It is 5:13 a.m. right now in Ukraine. How about that? So I guess we're gonna find out if the fucking shit hit the fan this morning when we wake up, right? Prince Revolver. The West kept poking the bear, and this is what happened. Facts. Jimmy Dawes, I think he likes the people. East to West influence. Yes, exactly, Jimmy. That's what he thinks this is holy war, Jimmy. He called it the Holy Ruse. He thinks it's his holy war. Like, to him, this is the equivalent of Israel versus Palestine. You feel me? That's what this is to him. And can't nobody tell him different. Putin is on a crusade. Is what he's doing. Putin is on a crusade. Understand that. And I don't think there's any swaying him from it. I think he wants this to end without incident, essentially, I guess, for lack of a better term, or without further loss of life. But like y'all said, Zelensky's handlers ain't gonna let that happen. Truth be told, I think they want Zelensky to go the way of Gaddafi or Saddam. Gives them a reason to have to go in there and get it and take over. Think about it. If Putin takes Ukraine, they can't let that shit stand. The powers that be cannot let that shit stand. Jabari's people cannot let that shit stand. If Putin take Ukraine, they gotta go get it. They gotta go get it. That's the thing. But I guess we got to fucking find out what happened. Like I said, it's 5:13 in the morning over there right now. So, or 5:15 in the morning right now. So they 15 minutes past due. We're gonna see. They're about to get real crazy. So I don't know. What was that? Prince Revolver. I actually found out that Putin was a major in the Stasi. Is that right? P-Dog Knight, what's up? P-Dog Knight in the building. Go listen to P Dog Night. He on every day. Was it P? Is that 10:30, right, P Dog? Go holler at P Dog Night every day, Monday through Friday, at 10:30 a.m. And I think he streams some Saturdays from his little trail stop, a little spot. Look like they got some good food and shit. Go holler at P Dog Night on YouTube, and holler at him on Twitter. You know. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Again, like I said, we're gonna have Bailey on tomorrow. Let me see something. Let me see something. Like I said, we're gonna have Bailey. This is Bailey right here. Like I said, we're gonna have Bailey on tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. We're gonna just go in depth on this Leah Thomas situation. Not just Leah Thomas, the you know, where women's sports is going. You know what I mean? Where's women's sports going? Where's feminism going? So we're gonna be talking to her about that tomorrow night at 8:30. Tune in, everybody. Tune in. P Dog Night said 10 o'clock Eastern time. 10 o'clock Eastern time for P Dog Night. Y'all go check him out. I watch every day while I'm driving. It's good shit. Jimmy Dawes Hotep. Hey, you're spot on. Your spot on Sunny was fire, by the way. Love that collaboration. I appreciate you, y'all. Appreciate you. I was just driving, y'all. I was working on Sunny. I was driving. I was like, oh shit, Sunny on, let me listen. And I decided to call in. It was fun. I like talking to Sunny. I love her passion, man. Anyway, this Canon Hotep saying, stay safe, stay well, and stay strapped. Hopefully you don't wake up with the lights off. I'll holler at you.